Hi, welcome to Atrocious Gameplay. Now today we are taking a look at a deck that we've actually covered before as a budget version, but now we are deep diving as this version of Mad Party has taken Storm through the Hegster Invitational, placing in the top cut, third place exactly by Ben Telfor, going 9-1-1 in a field of 175 people. Now, Ben's list is very, very aggressive, and I actually kind of really like it for a Mad Party deck. I think it does a lot of the things that I feel like I've had a problem with so far in Mad Party, and I've actually made my own change too, so there's a little bit of a variation there, but something I just kind of want to try for the video. But overall, his list is very, very nice. I've actually, this is my second time recording, because the first time I accidentally didn't hit record, I'm gonna be honest, so that's why this video is not at the usual scheduled time. But let's just jump into the first game before we do anything else. If you like what you see here, make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Post videos 2-3 times a week, trying our best out here to become the best Pokemon trading card game player ever. And I do deck stuff of budget decks, theme decks, standard decks, expanded decks, just news that breaks out. It's a little bit of a mixed bag for everything Pokemon trading card game related, so I'd appreciate it if you watched the entire video and hung out for a little bit. I'm trying to stall, I was gonna say, because he's not flipping the coin, but here we go. I generally like going first with Mad Party. I think that going first with Mad Party is pretty nice, especially because you kind of want some basics, you know? You kind of want some basics. I think probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to Dedenne the hand away. I'll attach the active and Dedenne away. I want to get going. I guess it also depends on what they flip over. Definitely put Benelby first. Attach the twin. So then it's ready to rock and roll. Especially if it's something like ADP. They won't knock us out turn one. All they'll do is just alter creation. So let's see how this goes. I mean, ADP, it's a little bit of a struggle because Alter Creation GX is such a powerful move in this matchup, and it's so good, and especially because it's 120 or 280 HP as it is right here. It's very, very difficult to just go ahead and knock them out, so you got to rely on chip damage, I think, personally. Now, we can do this. We can go Sinisty right here, so then we can get that down. Evolution Incense the Mime as well, and then we already know that we're ready for a Poltegeist next turn as we go on. But let's just attach this up here. Let's go discard this guy, and part of me wants to maybe hit Crobat, but I think I'd rather just go for Dedenne. I have something like an Ordinary Rod in the deck to be able to get back this Poltegeist. Can't get back the twin, but that will suffice, and we've got a little bit more to work with, including some more Sinisty right here. We can grab the Mr. Rhymes and whatnot. Always Great Ball first, in my opinion, rather than trying to do the Pokeball, because if you hit heads on Pokeball and then you take a Pokemon out, that's one less card to be able to hit through Great Ball. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag. We didn't hit that anyway. I think I maybe want to wait until next turn for Crobat, because I can't use a supporter this turn, and I've already attached an energy. You know, 2 Sinisties are pretty good, so what else can I really do if I've already Dedenade? So the only thing is maybe getting a Mawile, but we didn't reveal to them that we had this Dedenne. We only revealed to them these two, so it'll be interesting to see if they hopefully don't throw down Mawile. If they throw down Mawile, we're out of luck, but you don't want to throw all of your 2 prizers down right away. Here's a Zamazenta right here. Zamazenta, a perfect card for this matchup, mainly because the Zamazenta is a little bit bigger than a Zacian, so you don't really have to worry in terms of the, and it can hit every single turn, unlike a Zacian, where if I can't hit it, knock it out in the first turn, you got to be able to find a way to switch. They're just going to opt to not put the Zamazenta down, so that's perfectly fine with me. They attach the Metal Energy right here, which is really, really good for us, because that means we're going to guarantee at least a little bit of chip damage. Hopefully we get some gas coming out of here. Quick Ball is pretty good, so then we can Crobat and Dedenne this turn if we really want to, which is really, really nice. But let's go ahead and thin 1 We go ahead and do the Great Ball, or for a Dedenne. I definitely want to be able to go Johnny go this turn. We do have 2 evolutions right here, and we're going to be getting rid of another Dedenne, which kind of sucks, but it's not the worst thing in the world, I feel like. We're definitely going to have to Dedenne at the end of this turn, though, because they visibly know at this point that we have a Dedenne in our hand, at least, because of that quick ball. So we got to get ready, get set, and go. And I think I'm probably just going to go research. Actually, no, I'm going to Dedenne, actually. So, I mean, we already have two prizes here that can get knocked out by these Pokemon, so might as well just give ourselves the opportunity to research and throw away more Pokemon. So, ran out of Mr. Mimes and Poltegeist. That's fine. We don't really need those anyway. Yeah, 4 there, 2 there. We definitely need that Ordinary Rod here in the future. We got none right there. Let's go ahead and just research, get that Bunnelby in the discard. We want to try to be able to do some damage this turn. 2, 4, 8, 9. 9 is 180. That's perfect for a 2-shot. And I think we're sitting really pretty right now, especially because they have to alter creation next turn. So we'll go ahead and we'll just go do Mad Party. Boom. We'll hit them. They do have an energy right here, though, so they're probably going to be able to take a knockout. But our hand is just, we're looking fine. We're looking pretty all right, especially when they take a knockout right here. They'll bring up this Zacian probably more than likely, and then that'll put us at 200 damage plus this Leon, which I really like, and then therefore we'd hit 230. We can also KO Zamazenta if they bring that up. So that's kind of the flexibility that I like with Leon. But first, we're just going to say goodbye to Leon, because Leon is gone with the Marnie, which you kind of expect with a Zacian ADP deck. They play a lot of Marnies, so you're going to probably find one every once in a while. And you know what? We've got a little bit of draw through this Mad Party guy. We got some twin energy going on right here. We're not looking too bad in my personal opinion. Now, the only thing that can happen that I would really worry about is if they hit the energy switch. If they hit an energy switch, they can honestly just bypass alter creation and just go straight into knocking things out. But honestly, I don't think that would be the correct play, because you can't even knock out a Dedenne or a Crobat with that. So this is a little bit of a interesting build of ADPZ. You have the Cape of Toughness right here. We see the Aurora Energy, Malon Lana. This might be a little bit of a tankier build, I would guess, really trying to prepare for like the Luke Metal matchup or something like that. But I don't know if I buy this version. I think the regular ADP version personally is better, but you never know. You never know. I've never tested this, and they're just going to hold this guy right here or do the double switch for the Crobat. Honestly, fine by me. We do have this energy right here, so we can go in with a Poltegeist if we really want to. I don't know if I super want to do that, though. This A-Evolution Incense is not going to do anything, so we're just going to hang out. Yep, we're going to be able to take a knockout right here, and maybe they won't even know that we don't have anything through here. But so there's another Bunnelby. I really don't want to lose that Bunnelby at this point, so I think, honestly, the best thing as of right now is to just stay here. I think maybe just attach to a Poltegeist right here. Go right here. We try to thin out a little bit and grab maybe this Dedenne. I think maybe we try to grab this Dedenne and then we Mad Party this guy with the other one. So then we can pretty much guarantee, I think at that point we hit 220, right? So there's a lot of math with this deck. You really got to be careful. So we got 8. We got 8, 11. That's 220. So we can knock out a Zacian, which is really good. And then we got this guy again as well, like I said earlier. So knock out just a straight up Zamazenta if we really want to. Toughness Cape might be a little bit of a problem because they did reveal to us through the discard that they do have Toughness Capes in this deck. At least one. So I don't know if that's a one of tech or what, but that'll be very interesting how we try to play around that. I might actually just do like a T break and use Leon in that turn. Just kind of say, all right, we're going in that way. But you never know. We do have the Ordinary Rod, which is really nice because, again, I wanted to get back a Poltergeist and a Benelby in the deck, just for the fact of never mind, it doesn't even matter. Well, it does matter, I guess I should say. You should always analyze your wins and things like that, and you know what you can do. But that would have given me the flexibility of later in the game having more draw and using the T-break ability on a couple of the other Pokemon. So thankfully we didn't have to do any of that, but that is something that you always need to be mindful of. And then we'll just go into the next game, see if we can go another win in this video. I will say, with the combination of recording the first time, or I should say pretending to record, as it ended up turning out, I did end up getting 3 out of 4 wins with this deck, which is awesome. 3 out of 4 wins was really nice. So right now I'm 4 for 5 with this. Pretty fun. And then you combo that with the 9-1-1. This is going to be an interesting matchup though, because of Luke Metal. So Luke Metal, we're not super worried about the GX per se, but there's a lot of damage that we have to do. So we got to utilize these Benelbys to be able to... Wow, you're really just going to hit another one. Okay. That's really interesting. So we might actually just bring up... We have a Dedenne, so we have the ability to just go Johnny go go. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the Luke Metal to try to force them to just Full Metal Wall. I'm going to go Evolution Incense for Mr. Rhyme. We are going to Quick Ball. Yeah, we can Quick Ball any of these cards away. So we're just going to Quick Ball the Research to grab a T, because we do actually want the T in the deck, because we do need some T's, even though there is some weakness. We need some T's to be able to draw later in the game. So we're just going to grab one of these Dedennes. We just really only need one. And then we're just going to go. We do have the Twin Energy, so we will be able to do some damage. Not much in terms of being able to just absolutely whack them, but there's that Pokeball fails, and we're going to be doing 40 damage at least in the beginning. So not necessarily the chip damage that you want 100%, but it is going to be something that maybe they don't like, but we'll see how this goes. You could also argue that instead of hitting into it with a Mad Party, maybe you switch and you try to go into the... Oh, why would you Crushing Hammer here? I guess maybe they're just going to go straight into a Steel Fist. I don't know why they would do that. That's very interesting to me, that they would just Steel Fist, or that they would Full Metal Wall instead of maybe like Steel Fisting there if you're going to commit to the Crushing Hammer. That's intriguing, but it's not that huge of a deal. So let's go here. We're going to have to research right here. Yeah, I think researching is fine. Just going. Now, they do take 20 less damage, so that is something that we really need to keep in mind at this point. So we have our Evolution Incense right here. We are going to evolve this one as well to have multiple opportunities to be able to draw more cards. So we see a Twin Energy right here. That's really nice. We're going to Great Ball. We'll find... We could do a Dedenne again. I think I might actually do that. I don't need to Ordinary Rod. That's not something that I have to worry about. We're just going to go. We're going to lose a couple supporters, which isn't great, but we need to try to... Did I T-break twice or just once? I think I just did once. But Poltergeist evolved, Evolution Incense. It's always good to look at these as well. Yeah, we only did it once, so we can do it again one more time before we go. And I think what I want to do is I just want to Great Ball, because I want to just find one. Yeah, I just want to find this guy right now to Evolution Incense and guarantee that we get this one right here later. So we go ahead, we go T-break. We're going to be down 3 research though as well. And there's that guy right there, which is awesome. So now we've got 2 things to guarantee us some T-breaks in the following turn. So we're just going to Mad Party right here. We're going to do 50 damage, which isn't a lot. very much so is not a lot, but that is only 150 that is right there, and so that's 180 total that we need. They're just gonna Steel Fist right there, so that is going to be, we did 50, so 70. Gonna be very interesting, to say the least. So we're gonna bring up a T, because the T's work with this type of stuff. We're going to evolve this guy. We're going to attach the triple acceleration. I always think that you prioritize the triple accelerations when you talk about Poltegeist versus Benelby. So let's see, we could go here. We can grab the Benelby because we're gonna need the Benelby later. And then we can go ahead, we T-break these two right here. We T-break these two. We see another Pokeball. We go ahead, we T-break. Then we have another opportunity for a T-break, which is really nice. We'll do that right now. We got to be careful on drawing. Only 7 cards left in the deck, so it's going to be a little tricky. We did end up hitting the U-turn board, which is not something I fully expected, I'm going to be honest. So this will be interesting. I'm going to attach the U-turn board right there. We have no more, no, we have one more Dedenne in the deck, so we have some outs to it, although we're not going to use Dedenne because we would deck out, but let's see how much damage we're doing. 3, 6, 7, 8. So 8 is 160 plus the minus 30. Not going to end up working. I think no matter what we do, it won't end up working. Maybe if we chose to like discard some other things, but even then, I don't think we have enough to be able to discard. So we're just going to have to Mad Party and just whack into them and hit them with the next Pokemon, I guess. Definitely hit them next with the Benelby, because the Benelby is going to be very important. There's the almighty healing that we really don't like. We really don't like healing with this deck. This deck does a lot of healing, especially because we can't go ahead and knock out the... we can't, like, boss up the Luke Metal. So we're going to go here. We're going to end up doing the U-turn board. I'm going to put this guy down, attach the twin to him. I'm going to see exactly what we got in here. We do have another Benelby. We have Crobat. I don't think Crobat's going to be good. Can thin the deck out just a little. I really kind of want this Leon right here. This Leon is what I need. We're going to go ahead and grab this for the following turn. Again, no T-break, but doing 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is 180. Yeah, we don't knock out even with the Benelby at this point. So, Luke Metal is a tough matchup just because they have so much ways to deter you from being able to do anything that you want to do in terms of taking knockouts. So you got to be a little bit selective, I feel like. But oh my gosh, another Malalana. They always have the Malalana. Always have it. We're doing 150 damage. It'll be 170. No, actually, it'll still be 150 because of the weakness. Well, if I use Benelby, it'll be 170, and that'll be 250, just one short. So, super unfortunate. I don't know if we can win this game, but it'll be still a good game. I feel like it won't be that bad. We'll go ahead. We'll pop this incense to see. Yeah, we got nothing in here. We'd have to hit... we'd have to hit the Leon, so we might actually try to do that. We go right here, pop the Pokeball, hit the 1, probably just not take it at all, and then draw 3 cards right here. Boom, 1, 2, 3. The last card in the deck is a Leon, the one card that we needed in order to not whiff the knockout. But here we are yet again, Mad Party. Whiffing the knockout by a mere 10 health. Ooh, that's tough. I do like Leon in this list. I think it's kind of good. I don't know if it's the right place for it in terms of what I took out of Ben's list, but it's not that bad of a card. So we'll scoop this game. There's no way that we can win, especially after we whiff that knockout. And yeah, we'll move on to the third game. These games are relatively quick because it is Mad Party. It's a fast deck. Usually know kind of sooner rather than later whether you win or not, but it's, again, very aggressive. So hopefully we can get a third game and a win in here. Not necessarily a third win, obviously, in the video, but 2 for 3 wouldn't be that bad. All right, so losing that coin flip, we'll see. They'll probably go second. Yeah, they're going to go second. Could be something like Scorch, I feel like. Not the best starter that we want, but not the worst because we have this U-turn board right here. Not going to be able to do much in terms of attacking turn one, which I think we might just, like, Crobat at this point. I don't know. Maybe they're... A Mewtwo list? This could be a Mewtwo list that I'm seeing as of right now. And honestly, actually at this point, I don't even want to quick ball for a Pokemon because now I have this T here. I'm going to use it for something on T break or just to Dedenne the hand away. I might actually do that because I have the triple acceleration right here. So we may just attach this up here and go ahead. Actually, we could Crobat. Yeah, we could go ahead and Crobat. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go for the Crobat. I don't want to lose these things in my hand, so. And we can't really do too much this turn. We already have the triple. Maybe Great Ball to find something. Mr. Rhyme is fine to have because that means we can at least T-break before we go into Dedenne, which is really nice, but let's just stick right here. If the Muck does the Muck GX or whatever, we'd be paralyzed and poisoned and we'd just be sitting here for a turn. But yeah, this is definitely a Welder Mewtwo list for sure. A nasty goo mix would actually be very interesting because like a U-turn board is not in the format anymore. This guy right here is a little bit weaker than the U-turn board because that means that we can't like retreat through paralysis, and I have no doubt in my mind that that is exactly what they're going for now, but that's okay. That is totally fine. We could find the one switch. I'm wondering if that would be worth using Leon at that point, or if we should just go to Dedenne. They're not going to do anything. Okay, so they're just going to stick right here. We're going to evolve into Poltegeist. We're going to wait on attaching because I don't want to attach and then all of a sudden I get a Benelby to go with. But we get this guy right here. I think probably I'm just going to go with the Twin Energy. I think that's probably fine because then the Twin Energy, we don't lose it next turn. If we go right here, we only have one Mad Partier in the discard. So hitting this Mewtwo is not necessarily a super priority because I kind of want to research in this turn. So we're just going to go this way. This guy's also weak to it. So, and look at that. We got a lot of opportunities to be able to do that. Definitely want our T's. We want as many T's as possible. So let's go get another Mr. Rhyme right here. Let's quick ball for another Dedenne. So then we can, and by Dedenne, I mean little baby Dedenne like that one. So then we can discard it through the research. And that's going to be all three of our Dedennes. So unfortunately, that's all of our support Pokemon draw support. But we do have the opportunity to use other things like research. And we got more triple accelerations right here, which is really cool. So we'll go here. We do get this. I think maybe I want to grab a tea time for next turn because we don't have any of that right now. But if this is nope, it's none of that. We'll go ahead, get rid of the Benelby and grab probably this Dedenne is good right here. So then we have something to tea party next turn if we don't get knocked out. But we'll go in here to this guy and then we'll go ahead and Mad Party. Doing a ton of damage, not exactly a knockout, but it is something. And we're not knocked out with the Horror Energy because there's only one. 40 is not that big of a number to be able to hit, so it is very interesting how this could play out. We definitely have an advantage just simply because of weakness. They do have a lot of interesting things that they can do, though. Thankfully, Espeon and Deoxys GX is not something that people are putting in their Mewtwo lists. They're going to try to commit with this guy. Okay, I appreciate that. I applaud that. So this Jirachi is going to be a big factor, but we've already done the little bit of damage, and you know, we only need, if they knock this out with the severe poison, that's totally okay, because then at that point, we would have a knockout. We only have 110 to go, and we did 80. I think we'd be able to knock out, I feel like, with one guy going away and then being able to Mad Party, or I'm sorry, T-Break another guy, we would have knockout on this no matter what. So that's really, really nice in my personal opinion. Again, we have something like Ordinary Rod. We need to be careful on our energies, though. We're going to be losing our last triple acceleration. But theoretically, this game shouldn't exactly last long. So that's really, really nice. All right, so bring up the Dedenne. This Jirachi is going to be very important for my opponent as well. So we're going to go ahead and attach the triple. We're going to go here. We're going to grab this guy. And I think we're going to go ahead and T-break one. Hopefully we don't pull a twin off this. We did not. We're going to go Evolution Incense. We're going to grab this. We might actually grab this one. Yeah, I think I'm going to grab this guy so that I can evolve and have him next turn. Because we already have knockout right here. So there's no point, I think. And then going Benelby right here. Do I want to keep the Benelby? I think I want to keep the Benelby. To be honest, I want to have another attacker option for the twin energy so that I can continue to draw. And then trying to think if I want a T-break. No, I don't think I want a T-break, to be honest. Still want to have enough stuff to be able to win the game with, you know. So let's see. I don't think we really need anything per se. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 140. We two-shot this guy. So I think we're good to go. Yeah, I think we're pretty okay as of right now to just go ahead, boom, whack them. Yes, we take a damage counter. That's fine. We're not worried about that too much. And we take 3 prizes off of this. Now, we could get reset stamped. That is a possibility that could happen to us. Reset stamp is totally a very valid card against this deck. So we're out of triple accelerations, all 3 of them in the discard pile, so we can kind of think about Benelby for the most part. We can, if we don't get like stamped or Marnied or whatever, you know, that's fine. And all we got to do is just two-shot it. That's all we have to do. If they attach a Psychic Energy now, but my biggest issue right now is the Miraculous Duo situation that they can do. There's a big charm that's going on this guy. That's totally okay because we're hitting what, 180 damage or something like that. What was that? 140 damage we did. So that doesn't two-shot exactly, but if they're knocking things out, we'll be well on our way to two-shot in my personal opinion. My biggest issue now is boss, but I need to look in the deck to be able to see, do I have a boss in the deck? Because after this turn, they could just retreat, and then I'm in a situation where I need a boss, you know. So here's Severe Poison. Boom. Just taking a quick knockout right there. That's fine. Still only 1 Horror Energy, so we're okay to go in with Benelby, I feel like. And so we attach the Twin Energy right here. We're going to search. We see the Mr. Rhyme. We do have the 1 boss in the deck. I'm going to put this guy right here, and we're just going to T-break 1 time on this guy. Feel like that's okay. So we got an Ordinary Rod if we feel like we want to put Pokemon back in, especially maybe like a Dedenne or something like that. I don't know if we really need to do boss, but I don't know if we really need to. I don't know if that's super that we need. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 180. Yeah, we're going to be able to two-shot this no matter what. Unless they Miraculous Duo, which again is a possibility that could happen, but that's why we're leaving the 4 cards in the deck. I'd rather just have them do that rather than us just get incredibly aggro. But we only have 1 energy left. That's kind of the thing at this point. So we actually have another one left, but I think it's in the prizes. So I'd have to look again. But if they go in a situation where they Miraculous Duo this turn, and then we get stuck, well, it's a little bit of a sorry. I'm trying to think if we can. No, they're just gonna scoop. I guess they maybe didn't have the last Horror Energy to be able to use, and we're just going to take another dub. And so let's go into now what is exactly in the deck and a change I made to it. So this is a deck list. Again, this is not exactly my exact build. This is Ben Telfor's build with a little bit of change by me. I really only made one change in this. Ben Telfor had 2 great catchers in their list, and because you already play 2 bosses, I decided to, instead of having 2 great catchers and 2 bosses, I ended up going a Leon instead. This is an addition that I wanted in the deck. A lot of times with Mad Party, I feel like sometimes I just whiff knockouts, you know. It doesn't necessarily have to be that, oh, you got to one-shot literally everything, you know. You don't always have to one-shot a, like, Scorch or an Eternatus or something like that. You're definitely going to have to 2-shot, especially when you talk about something like ADPZ. So one thing that this card could help you out with is that if you use this card, you know, that adds 1 more Mad Partier essentially to your party. Or if your opponent has an odd number of health, you know, maybe they have like 270 like the Mewtwo, and you know, another Mad Partier would be 260. That extra 10 damage could actually influence some of the games. It kind of hurt because you could have seen it in this video. You could have seen it actually work if Leon wasn't the last card in the deck, but I think just the amount of healing that they have, and especially that Luke Metal, you know, I think we were just a little bit too slow. We were just way too slow in the beginning out of the gate. Maybe I should have ended up Dedening in that turn that I instead chose to Crobat. I don't know, maybe being a little bit too conservative, but that's in the past. Again, you just play the matchups, you try to figure out what could be improved, and I definitely would have to play way more Mad Party in order to have a better understanding and a better philosophy and game plan going into the Luke Metal matchup. But I still think this deck is very good. I think it's the best build of Mad Party that we've seen yet. I just think, you know, a lot of Mad Party builds, including the ones that we've talked about, whether that's on my Twitch stream or in other people's YouTube videos, they're like, oh man, you really don't want to put your Dedenes or Crobats down because, you know, Ultimate Ray, boom boom, all that stuff. Boss is a card, Cramorant's a card. You know, they just sweep away 2 prizes in your kind of even prize trade. But I think for this deck to really function well, I think it has to be that aggressive. It's got to get the ones in the discard. You got to be able to find the twin energies, the bosses, the radars, all the Great Ball, Pokeball, Quick Ball combinations, all that type of stuff. One thing that I do kind of wish was in here is just a way to get like the triple acceleration and the twin energies back. I feel like sometimes you don't necessarily want to throw a couple triple accelerations away, and that's exactly why a Rangaroo is in this list. But I feel like I don't see a Rangaroo enough, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like sometimes it's just, a lot of times it's prize and it's a one of, so I shouldn't feel that way in the 10 games that I've played with this exact list. But a Rangaroo will be really good to be able to conserve energies and other maybe important items that you have. But this is a really fun list. Highly recommend it. I still think it's relatively cheap. We did go over the budget build of this deck. You can check it out in the iCard up top. We did go over the budget build, but if you still, I mean, you're going to need Dedenes for this more aggressive build. I would recommend getting the promo Dedenes. The promo Dedenes are much cheaper than the regular art Dedenes, this one that I used in the video. I just used these in the video mainly because of the fact that Dedenes will all be in the same art, and that's just kind of how my brain works at times. The only reason I break that rule is full art supporters, because full art supporters are the most beautiful cards in the world. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you enjoy this deck as well. Let me know some other decks that we should go over in the events. There's going to be some good content next week in terms of the team challenge. I'll be competing in my first team challenge qualifier, and I'll show you the deck that I play. I'll show you the matches that I have and maybe critiquing some of my matches in a video style. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions. Remember to have fun, keep playing, keep practicing and improving and trying to get better. And I will see you in the next video.